my fellow YouTubers. Welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, this is Nickie Poo. So we are 1 week into the new set, the white flare and black bolt. 2 new sets. The last sets of the Scarlet and Violet era. So these are all my individual set binders for Scarlet and Violet, and I've completed pretty much all of them, except I still need 1 card for Prismatic Evolution, and I got my last card that I needed for Destined Rivals. So after we do this little conversation towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you the cards that I have to add to my collection and complete 1 set, you know. So we'll do that at the end. So we're going to go over the new set, right? So I had to order 2 new binders for this set because this set is kind of like Prismatic, right? I have the 4 pocket binders for Prismatic. It worked out great and it looks great, you know. But this set added another type of card, so it added the Radiant card. So now I need a 5 pocket binder. So I went on Amazon and found the 5 pocket binder, and I got 1 in black and 1 in white. So I started putting cards in that I had. Now I started collecting black bolt and white flare in Japanese. Again, I'm really not happy about that. I'm really not, but I want the cards, right? So English cards is really hard to come by. Really hard. So I kind of am combining my English and Japanese together. So I'm putting it in the same binder, and if I have it in Japanese, that's cool, you know. If I have it in Japanese and English, that's also cool. So either way, I want the card. So we'll see how this set ends up. And it's a lot, you know what I'm saying? This is a lot. So I'm going to set it up this way for right now, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is my black bolt binder, right? It's pretty huge, guys. Pretty huge. I barely could get it into the frame. And then when you open it up, this is what the 5 binder looks like. You know, the 5 slots, right? So that's how it looks. And if you could tell, I have Japanese and English in the same slots, which is okay. So I don't plan on purchasing any more Japanese. I only plan on purchasing English if I ever can get a hold of product, you know. So, but these are the binders. This is the black one, and here's the white one. They're huge, guys. They're heavy. So that's why it's so hard to like have, you know, like this was nice. All these binders, these are sets, right? This is Stella Crown, Surging Sparks. Can't remember off the top of my head what's that. And my Destined Rivals, I will show you that because I'm going to complete Destined Rivals today. So we're gonna put the last card in, and I'll show you that one. So these are all my binders on both sides of me. You know, before I got into Scarlet Violet, I had Sword and Shield up here, but I'm limited on space, so I can't have all of them up here. So I had to remove Sword and Shield and put Scarlet Violet. So now Scarlet Violet is done. Now we got to get on to the next thing. you know, after that. So, but these big old huge binders can't fit up here at all. So guys, this is crazy. It's crazy, but it's fun collecting. I like having them because I like getting the cards graded. It just takes too long. I don't mind having them graded. The problem with that is you run out of space for the cards. You know, I like looking at my cards, so I like grabbing the binder, flipping through and skimming through. It's like looking at a photo album, right? Every now and then you want to look back and see, you know. And you can't do that with the cards, because what you have to do then is you got to put the cards away, because you only can have so many cards in a case. Like this case holds 55 cards. It's full. I can't add any more in there. If I add more, I got to take some out and get rid of them, right? So then what's the point? You know? But I do like them in the case, but I love my binders. So it's just real overwhelming when you get into this collecting hobby, because you start collecting so much that you run out of space. You know, you become a pack rat basically, you know. And it's hard to let go of some things you get real attached to, you know. So I'm going to try and figure out how am I going to revamp my collection. I'm going to start trying to see about letting some stuff go. But for the most part, most of what I have is what I really want. So letting things go is kind of complicated. So this last time though, I went to a card show. Now I've been to 2 card shows, right? And they local. And never been to none of the big ones, the collecticons and all that type of stuff, card parties, never been to none of that stuff. I went to 2 local shows, so they wasn't real huge at all, but it was nice and comfortable for my first time, you know. And so when I went to this last card show, it was great because I took a bunch of extra cards that I had, my double ups, and I was able to trade to get some of these cards that I need to complete my set. So that was pretty good. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, what I ran into in the card show, right, was, you know, I don't get into all this market value, and I don't give a care about the market value, whatever. I put the value on my cards. Either you want it at that value or you don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't. This stuff about, okay, the card market value is $300, but I'm only gonna pay you either 60, 70, or 80% of that. That's what I'm gonna pay you for you. What kind of crazy stuff is that? That is crazy as heck to me. If the market value is 300, if you want my card, you get it at 300 then. You know? Now, sometimes you could go down a little bit, get a little discount, you know. But, I mean, a $300 card at a value of 80%, that's what, $240? The market saying my card is $300, but you only want to pay me $240, and that's at 80%. They're even going lower now. There are some people that want to buy your card at 60% or 70%. You have lost your rabbit mind. That is crazy. And then the killer to me, if I'm trading, we're swapping cards. Why is it that you're only going to pay me 60, 70, or 80% for my card, but you still want me to pay your ticket price on your card? And we're trading. I don't get that. So you double dipping. You getting your max value on your card, and you getting my card for less. I don't know. Am I crazy? Am I computing this right? Does this sound right? You know, I know you give a little bit of a discount, but that's beyond. That's a little hefty. Now I get it. Like my local LGS, they got overhead. So they need a little discount, you know, because they got overhead. But at these card shows, what's your overhead? Your cost for your table? Your gas money? You know? Now, these big old collecticons, I know some people travel for far away. Some people get on the plane and all that. Hey, that's on them because they got shows in their area. They don't have to travel that far, you know. But I don't know. It's a little off kilter to me. I think when you start getting into 60 or 70%, I think that's a little bit drastic. 80 and 90, I can see. But 60 and 70, I can't see that. I can't. That's too much. You know, you're making a killing off of my card. You know. Nah. So I got to negotiate and get with the guy, and I was talking with the guy, and I was letting him know. I just told him. I said, dude, how does that make sense? You know, we went back and forth, whatever. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to sell it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. I'll keep it. I don't care. I'd rather just keep it. I'm not trying to make you rich. We trying to work a deal out. And that's not a deal to me. You're on a win-win. That's not fair to me. You know, it don't make sense to me. So, but it was different. It was nice having the experience. But like I said, we were able to work out a deal because I wasn't having it. I wasn't having it. I just wasn't going for that. So we were able to come to a good conclusion. So we had happy endings. But yeah, so it was pretty cool. Nice experience. Hopefully I'll get another opportunity to go to one of the bigger shows and see how that works or whatever. I'll probably wind up making a lot of people mad. I don't care. I'm just not up to just giving my cars away. I'll just keep them. I'll just keep them. So, but like I said, I work out with my local LGSs. You know, we negotiate real well because, like I said, they look out for me. So sometimes I don't mind giving them the upper hand sometimes because they look out for me. These are people I deal with on a daily. So that's how it go, you know. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You know what I'm saying? You know, we compromise. We come to a good conclusion where we both can be happy, you know. So, but this guy, I'm going to this car show. I ain't probably never see this guy again. We both got to come out of this deal happy. Come on. So, yeah. But that's why I say you got to shop around. Don't be, you know, that's what they look for. That's what helps them. They look for people who desperate for money, you know, and willing to just, you know, go for anything. No. Guys, don't put yourself in that situation because that defeats the purpose. You know what I'm saying? That defeats the whole purpose. You know, especially if you trading with them. Like, I'm spending my money at your table. I'm not selling my cards, getting the cash, and taking the cash to somebody else. The cash is staying right here at your table. You can't come out that much ahead. That don't work for me. That don't work for me. So, you need inventory, and I need that card. You know, so we need to come together on the conclusion of how is this going to be a fair deal. Sure. So, yeah. So, guys, we're on to the next new sets, which is Black Bolt and White Flare. And this is going to be very interesting. And like I said, to me, this is just like Prismatic to me. Hit rates are a little better than Prismatic, but it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. So what? Hit rates are better. So what? I still can't get the product. What? How does hit rates help me if I can't get the product? Because I'm not pulling no hits. I'm not buying no product. I need product. So until Pokemon come up with a solution on distribution, because that's the issue. The issue is not printing, in my opinion, because you have a lot of product out there, but the product is not getting to the people. The product is getting to the top dogs that's making all the money. That's what a product is getting to. Because you can't tell me these guys, how do you have cases of this product if there's supposed to be a limit? You have cases of this product. And the store, there's nothing there. It's nothing there. And I get it. I've been there on the days that the product drops. And I've been there when they're stocking the inventory on the shelf. They ain't putting a whole lot of inventory on the shelf. Not a whole lot. How many ETBs is in a case? 10 or 12? That's all that go on the shelf. Maybe a case. Maybe half a case. That's all that's going on the shelf. So if 5 people is there for an ETB, the product is gone. How many poster collections are they putting on the shelf? Is 12 poster collections to a case? They put 1 case of poster collection up there. That's only 12 poster collections. How long that's gonna last? Now the only thing that may last a little bit longer is the individual sleeve blister packs, because there's like 144 of those in a case. So a lot of times they put out a case of that's 144 sleeved individual packs. So that might last a little bit. You may be able to get 5 sleeve boosters. But it's not gonna last beyond that day. It may last a few hours longer than the rest of the stuff, but it's not going past that day. By the end of that day, all that stuff is gone. Everything's gone. It's not enough on the shelf. Period. Not enough on the shelf. You got a 2 limit. Some stores are doing limits, which is great. That is great. But even with a 2 limit, if you got 20 or 30 people in line to get the product, it's still gonna be gone in that day. And if you're one of those people that get the product, right? What you got a poster collection and an ETB, 9 packs and 4 packs, 13 packs in a set that's got how many cards? 100 and something IRs. What are you getting out of 13 packs? You lucky if you get 1 IR. So I mean, we're going round and round with this. Round and round. So there's product out there, but unfortunately the product is not getting down to the normal consumer. The product is still held up here, sealed, because that's what people are doing. They're holding sealed product, so it's not even getting open. Then you got the ripper shippers. Some of the product is getting out there, as far as that way, but you're paying more. So instead of paying $5 a pack, you're paying $10 a pack. So I just want some type of balance. It's cool that guys get their hustle on and make a little money or whatever, but you need some type of balance. It's getting ridiculous where you're just gonna run people out of it. So I mean, I don't know what to do, but to me, if it was my business, I would think that Pokemon would get a better handle on distribution, because it seems like distribution is not distributing. It just seems like it. Or not putting enough out there to distribute. I don't know. I just know that it's getting harder. It's not getting easier. It's not getting easier. The store is trying to do a little something, but again, you're putting a limit on it. It's not like, now I can tell you, like Costco and Sam's Club, when they put their product out, they put out pallets of product. I mean pallets. When you go to like the Walmarts, the Target, and the GameStops, they got one little section. You got one little section. How much product can you put on that one little section? You know? So, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know. But when you get sick and tired, that's when you'll change. You'll stop. People will stop. People will do other things, move on to something else. Because when you get tired of being sick and tired, that's what you do. You move on. Move on to the next. But right now, I'm still enjoying it, and I'm enjoying, like I said, I found a great community with ripper shippers that I deal with. So for right now, I'm okay. But when I get sick and tired, I know how to cut it off and move on to the next. So, but I can say Pokemon is, they got some new sets, and as the sets go, it gets better and better and better, do different and different. You know, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. I just want them to do something about us getting the product. That's all. So, guys, I'm going to show you the cards that I got that I am going to add to my binder. Okay, guys, this is my Prismatic Evolution binder. So the two empty slots, this is where I need the Umbreon, and that's where the Sylveon go. So this is one of the cards that I got at the card show. So I did some trades for this Sylveon, and it turned out pretty nice. After we had our little discussion and back and forth or whatever, we came up with a good negotiation. So I have the Sylveon card, and now that goes into that slot. So the only one I have left to get is the Umbreon, and Prismatic Evolution will be complete. So as you see, this is how the 4-slot binder came out. Came out great. And if you notice, which is what I don't know about the new set, that all the trainers, they didn't come with Master Balls. They only had the common, the reverse, and the Pokeball. That's all that they had. So I just put a card in backwards just to fill that slot. But let's get to the regular set so you can see how that came out. It came out pretty nice. I like the way the binder looks. So having the 4 slots and 4 cards of each Pokemon came out pretty nice. So I like the way that looked. Now let's get to my trainer binder. This is my trainer binder, and I needed 2 cards to complete my trainer set, which is Misty's Favor and this Lana from Ultra Prism. I finally got it, and it's going to go right here next to the other Lana cards. So that's great. So, but technically the trainer binder will never be complete, because every time a new set come out, I got to get another trainer card, right? Or they introduce a new trainer that I don't have. So it'll always be updating, but I am up to date, put it that way. Next, guys, this is the last card that I need for Dustin Rivals. This is it, guys. This is it. Let me bring the binder over. Running out of room, guys. So as you see, this is a smaller binder because it's just the set Destined Rivals. That's all it is Destined Rivals, and it's kind of like a normal set, right? So it's just a 3-pocket 9-page binder, right? So this is how my normal, when it's a normal set, this is how the binders look. So we are all complete. All complete. Which is great. Great, great, great. So I had one final slot for the beginning part of the set, and I put that R card there so I could start out on a fresh page with the illustrations. Great, great. Looking good, looking good. That's it right there. That's Cynthia and Card Shop. That is my card. Boom. There it goes, guys. Goes right there. Yes. I threw some of my promos in here, but I have a promo binder as well. So, but threw some in there. So yeah, that's what I like to do, guys. I like to complete a set before a new set come out so I can put that binder away and no longer have to worry about it. But that's how I do it. You don't have to. You could take as long as you want to complete a set. But I don't like to have too many open sets because I kind of lose track of what I need. It's kind of hard to keep track of all these cards, and it's just a lot. Plus, I don't just do a Pokemon collection. You guys know I got my sneaker collection going on, you know, so other stuff going on. So, you know, it's tough keeping track. And like I say, I'm getting older. I can't remember all this stuff. So, but guys, yeah, it feels great though. Whenever you complete a set, I'm able to close that book and mark it down as complete. And then whenever I feel like it, I just open the book up and scroll through, look through that little photo album, look at the cards all over again. So it feels great. It feels great. So guys, I guess I can give y'all some code cards on the way out the door. I could do that, right? I can still give you some code cards on the way out the door, right? Hopefully it's focused. I can't tell. So hopefully, I hope it's focused for you guys. Let's hope. Let's hope. Kind of a different camera setup. So hopefully y'all can get it in. I won't leave you hanging. I'll give you a little stack for right now. Okay, guys. Well, it's nice chit-chatting with you, getting prepared for the new sets. And then they have already, of course, announced the next set, which is the Megas, which I'm looking forward to because there's a lot of nice cards in the Megas. But I got screwed on that one too because I wasn't able to secure any product for the Megas. So I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't know if I'm going to open up Japanese. I keep saying that, but I want the card. I don't know what to do, guys. I really don't. But play it by ear. Whatever happens, happens. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified on my next video. Until then, this is Nickie Poo and I'm out. Peace.